Hey everyone, welcome to Dear Dad with Ivan and Brad. This is episode 8, and we are two dads who are here to tell you everything from a male point of view about parenthood, co-parenting, marriage, divorce, and anything around those subjects. So we appreciate you tuning in today, and we hope you enjoy the show. Ivan, yesterday was Easter. What did you do?
I worked.
You worked again on a Sunday?
Yeah. I worked like half the day. Right now, it's my favorite time of the year.
Okay.
NBA playoffs. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
There's nothing better in my opinion. I follow football and basketball religiously, but NBA playoffs, man, I try to watch every single game. There's a lot of games.
Nice.
But yeah, man, so far it's been a pretty good playoffs. But yeah, Easter is my kids' day with their mother every year.
Oh, okay.
So
that's just like a designated time. It's your day off, and from them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because we don't really do anything for Easter as a family.
Oh, okay.
And her side does. So I was like, you know what? It's the same for 4th of July. My family doesn't do anything. So I said, you know what? You guys go all out. So why don't you take them? You always have fun. Let them do their thing with her, you know?
You guys don't shoot fireworks off for 4th of July?
No.
You don't go watch fireworks?
No. We used to back in the day when I was younger, but
gotcha.
It's not something we do now.
Yeah.
My family isn't very big on family events or anything like that, really. Yeah. You know? Like, we barely do birthdays and kind of like Christmas and Thanksgiving, kind of, I think, because we kind of have to.
Oh, okay.
You know? We all get together and stuff, like as a bigger family, not my immediate family, but the bigger family.
Right.
And even then, we don't have a big family. I've mentioned that before, you know. But before I ask you the same question, let me tell you something hilarious.
Okay.
So I picked up my kids Wednesday. Oh, so they were on spring break last week, so I had them from Wednesday through Saturday. I picked them up Wednesday, and we skipped my son's soccer practice just because I needed a day. You know? So we get home, we're chilling, and then my son throws up. And so, you know, like he barely makes it to the bathroom. He throws up all over the bathroom.
Dang.
It was tough.
Yeah.
So he goes, we clean it up and everything, whatever. And then a few minutes later, he's like, I need to throw up again. So he goes back to the bathroom. He's in there for a little bit. And the door is open a little bit. The bathroom door. My daughter and I are chilling at the table, just hanging out, whatever. Yeah. And then she's like, I'm going to go help Elijah. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then she gets up.
And you're like, here's the rag, here's the bowl, here's...
No, I didn't know what she was going to do.
Right, okay.
I don't know if he had thrown up yet. I think, I was thinking she was just going to go help him, see what's going on and see if he's okay. She gets up, Brad. She just goes and shuts the door.
And then came back and sat back down? And then came back and sat back down again?
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Oh, my God. I could not stop laughing.
That's hilarious.
I was dying for like
And she just sat down like, oh, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Did she start laughing or did she know? Like
she started laughing when I started laughing. I was like, I thought you were going to help him. Oh, my goodness. My daughter's crazy.
That's funny.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's funny.
How was your Easter, man?
It was good. Good. Hung out with the family. The wife's family went over there, did a big Easter egg hunt, had 300 eggs to hide. One the size of my head, so I had to hide that one. And then, everybody just kind of jumped in, started hiding them, and all the kids went out and went looking for them. So many eggs. Crazy. But we had good food. Good food.
Oh, I had some wings. I made myself some wings.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Man, talking about throwing up. So my middle brother, Brian, he was in the playoffs. And we were out of town. I don't know if we were in Indianapolis or where we were, but I think we were in Indianapolis at the time. And we were, living in St. Louis, Missouri. And I got super sick when I was walking through the mall with the rest of his team.
I hate malls.
And I'm starting to feel super cold. So I walk by this plant shop. and the plant shop had some kind of heater blowing out. And as soon as I walked by it, I'm like, oh, it felt so good. So I told one of his teammates, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go squat down next to this heater. Can you go find my dad? So he's like, yeah, I'll go find your dad. I'm like, I'm not feeling good at all. He goes, okay. My dad comes and finds me. We're making our way towards the front of the mall to get out of the mall. And I'm like, Dad, I'm not doing well at all. He goes, okay, let's go. There's 2 sets of glass doors. Right as I hit the first glass door, barf everywhere, all over the door. I'm pushing my way through it. Hit the second door, barfing on that one, all the way out into the sidewalk. And I see this like girl and her mom walking by, and they're like just kind of looking at me. I'm like, I hope they didn't go through that door that I just threw up all over. And that was a nasty experience.
That's so inconsiderate of you.
Very inconsiderate. And then my family left me in the hotel room. I think it was the same night. I don't know. But anyways, my brother had a game that night, and I'm in the hotel room dry heaving. I think I counted somewhere like 11 or 12 times. I went to the bathroom and just dry heaved. I was like in so much pain because I had nothing in me.
That's so nasty.
Yeah, I think I left it all over that glass door at the very beginning.
I'm terrible with puke.
Oh, really?
Like with other people's, even my own, I guess.
Yeah.
But with I can't do it. I can't, man. I have so much respect for caregivers. Like they got to clean up the poop and the puke and this and that and the other. I have the utmost respect for people in that profession. I could never.
Yeah.
The only people I could ever do that for are going to be my kids and my mom. Mm-hmm. And I guess if I have a partner when we're really old and I have to do it, then with that person too.
Yeah.
But like, you couldn't pay me to do that. That could not be a job of mine.
Right.
I can't do the smells, man.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I wouldn't like that either.
So what are we talking about today, Brad?
Today, we're going to talk about what success looks like from a dad's point of view and also just from a male point of view.
Okay. Yeah. So which one do you want to start with?
I think I'm going to start with just from a male point of view.
That's, man. Well, do you mean when you say success, that includes everything, financial, relationship.
Everything, yep.
Man. Yeah. I don't know. I think that kind of really depends on each individual. Like, it's not the same for everybody.
Probably
because
not.
What success can mean to me might not mean the same to you.
Right.
Right. Because success to me could mean I will only call myself successful if I have $1 million in the bank.
Right.
You might say that doesn't mean shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
You just need 20,000 in the bank and live comfortable and yada yada yada. Right.
Yeah.
So to you, let's speak financially. Let's go step by step.
Okay.
Okay. Financially, as a man, let's put them together. Fuck it, man, father, because we're both right. As Brad, what is financial success to you? Have you achieved it, and what does that look like if you haven't yet?
Yeah, I think financial success to me means being able to take care of my family without having to work if I don't want to. And to me, it's like being able to make the proper investments, and such as like real estate, getting into like apartments and things like that, and having them people pay rent to where I'm living off that passive income, and then maybe changing those over to bigger apartments and things like that. That's what like the ultimate success looks like to me. I'm huge into real estate ever since I was probably 20 years old. To this day, there's not a piece of property that I drive by that I don't think what could go on that piece of property. Like,
okay, but have you ever actually invested in anything?
No. I mean, I've invested in stocks and different things like that, but not to the point of being able to invest in real estate. Not yet. I will be, though.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, I think that being able to support my family, take care of my family, if we want to go out to eat on a Friday, I don't have to worry about checking the bank account to make sure I have enough in there. If my sons say, hey, Dad, I need a new pair of shoes, or I need a new jacket, or, hey, I'm going to go to prom, not being able to have to say, oh, shoot, let me check my checking account, make sure I have enough. That, to me, is success, and it's a comfortable success. Like, I'm comfortable with where I am. I can take care of my family. You know, they always say let's say your car breaks down. It's a problem if you don't have money. It's an inconvenience if you do have money. And so to me, I would rather be on the inconvenience side. So if your car breaks down and you don't have money, it really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you have money and your car breaks down, it's just an inconvenience because you're going to get it fixed. And, there's a lot to be said about being able to afford if you need to go to the doctor and you need to get a certain procedure done. Not having to say, dang, like, what's in my checking account? What's in my savings account? What kind of investments do I need to sell or whatever to get this operation done? Now, that's my definition of success from a financial point of view, is being able to take care of my family comfortably, not having to worry about, wondering if I can make it and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, I guess there is two parts of that to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's the long-term goal, right?
Right.
And just stability,
Right.
which would be the in between before the end goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the end goal is just to be able to take care of my family as well. Whether that's me having, again, $1 million in my bank account or not,
Mm-hmm.
as long as I can take care of my family, that includes my mom, that includes my brother if I need to,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm sure I won't have to because he's going to be successful
Yeah.
one way or another, right? But eventually my mother will get old, and that is my responsibility,
Right.
right? So I want to be able to take care of her, and I want to be able to take care of my children up until I have to,
Right.
right? Which I'm hoping I won't have to for their whole lives,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm hoping that they will turn out to be independent,
Right.
hardworking, successful people for themselves, right? And doesn't matter how much money I have, as long as I'm able to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that matters, right? Right now, as I'm living day to day, the financial stability comes with me knowing if I have enough for a rainy day, enough for, like you said, those situations where, hey, my daughter's gonna go play select soccer. Can I afford that?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not able to afford that, I have failed.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be able to afford that. Or if my son wants to go play football for whatever, he needs gear. If I'm not able to afford that, like those things, I would rather pay myself rather than their mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to be that for them. Not because I
Right.
have to or because I need to. I just want to.
Right.
I want my kids to say, damn, my dad has always provided for me
Mm-hmm.
the little things.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, when it comes time for a car, if I got it, I got it. If I don't got it, then me and their mom can split, whatever, But like up until then, all the little things I want to be able to take care of for them.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, that's that's good for me.
Right.
I've been at a point as an adult where I've had $0 for a day or two till I got paid. That is scary, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you've talked about it where, sometimes when you were working at the pizza place,
Mm-hmm.
you weren't sure what your family was going to eat that night.
Yeah. No, I knew I was taking pizza home. That's what I knew.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And I've been there,
Yeah.
And finally, and it's in part because I've been single. I've been really single for 6 years now, almost
Mhm.
6 years. That 1 year that I wasn't single, it was nothing serious. So I haven't had I haven't had that partnership where like, hey, let's split this, let's split that.
Right.
I've always paid my own rent, I've always paid my own bills, So I haven't been able to save a lot of money throughout these last 6 years because it's
Mhm.
been me by myself, really.
Right.
Like I said before, my mom has helped me in many ways. And if it wasn't for my mom, I'd be homeless
Mm-hmm.
for sure,
Mm-hmm.
because she spotted me here and there before, and without that, it's like, whoa, I'd really be homeless,
Right.
So it's really just been the last like 2 years where I've been able to really save money, and I got a nice savings account. My checking account is looking okay. I'm getting there, But if it's not one thing, it's another, right?
Right.
Car breaks down, or kids have a vacation, and I want to spend the time with them instead of working. So now I don't work for those 5 days.
Right.
So there's no money coming in, and now I'm trying not to spend too much money during those 5 days because there is no money coming. So it's like if it's not one thing, it's another.
Right.
But yeah. What about relationships? What is success to you when it comes to a relationship?
We talking from a dad point of view, like with my boys?
No, Brad, as a man, as a father, to you in your life, what do you call a successful relationship?
I would say anybody I can just call up and say, hey, you want to go hang out? Like, what's going on with your day? How you been? I saw this happen on Facebook. You okay? Something like that. I mean, to me, successful relationships, because I'm not someone who has like 20, 30, 40 friends. I'm very like small with my friends, and it's mostly just because I'm kind of a recluse once I'm not around everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you put me in a crowd, I have no problem handshaking everybody's hand, asking questions from everybody. But once I get home, I just don't want to go back out again. So I'm not someone who calls up all my buddies and like, hey, you want to go out? You want to go do something? I just don't do that. I enjoy staying home. So
I get it. I love being home. I'm a homebody.
yeah,
I'd rather eat at home. I'd rather hang out at home. I've said it before. I don't do bars. I don't do clubs.
right.
I hate being out.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to relationships, what do I want to ask you? Do you feel that a relationship should be based more on trust or communication? What is more important? Which one of the two is more important to you?
Which one's more important to me? I mean,
they're both very important, yes.
Yeah.
But to you, what is more important?
I would say...
And I just pulled that question right out of my ass because I had no idea where I was going.
Yeah. Well, to me, I feel like it's almost sandwiched together, as in there has to be communication first before there can be trust. So you build a relationship on communication. Through communication, you build trust. And then through that trust, you have better communication. And so I think if you're building a friendship with a friend, I mean, like when you guys first start off, you're probably just going to the gym, working out together. Maybe you're meeting with a bunch of other buddies. You don't really know them that well, and you're meeting and playing basketball together. Or you're just, hitting the club or whatever it is. You guys are just kind of chilling. And then over time, you start realizing you have some similarities in common. And then you start realizing that you can trust this person based on little things you've told them and little things they've told you. And over time, you can learn to share bigger things and not worry about them sharing it with other people based on the communication. And then you build that trust, and then you end up sharing more intimate or more deep conversation with them because of that. First, it's always shallow, very surface, and then it goes deeper. I think it works that way with our guy friends. It works that way when you're in a relationship with a woman. It works that way with our parents. I mean, as a parent, the parents communicate to you how much they love you or don't love you, are there for you or not there for you, as you're a child growing up in their family. And so you learn to have that communication with them and build a certain amount of trust based on how they've treated you over the years. And can that trust be broken at times? I think so. But depending on how strong your relationship is with that person, it can get mended pretty quickly. So I think that there's just different levels, but I think that trust comes in after communication.
So communication is more important.
Initially. Yep. Actually, I would just say communication is always the most important. And the reason why is because even after you build the trust, there still has to be communication. Like if you have this communication with your buddy, right? And all of a sudden you guys become best friends. And now you trust this guy, but now you stop talking to him. Now he's thinking, Why isn't Ivan talking to me anymore? Why doesn't Brad talk to me anymore? And then you start wondering, like, is he mad at me? And you start playing all these scenarios in your head, and you're like, this dude's never talking to me anymore. He never contacts me. He never likes my stuff on Instagram or Facebook or social media.
I'm going through that right now.
Oh, really?
Dude, my friend of...
Is it me?
No.
Okay.
I said my friend.
Oh, that's right. Wow.
My friend of 20 years.
Yeah.
Is pretty much the first friend I made when I moved to Washington.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I've known this guy since 4th grade. I think the longest we've gone without talking is probably like 2 weeks. Okay. Other than that, we either text or call or both every single day.
Okay.
And just random shit.
Right, yeah.
So this past summer, at the end of the summer, is the last time I've heard from him.
Did you dunk on him?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he got upset about something.
He had to have, but I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Did he get a girlfriend?
He's had a girlfriend.
Oh.
But it has to have something to do with that. It has
New job? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
It has to have something to do with that because there could literally be nothing else. We say some crazy shit to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we always have.
Okay.
So it's not like it's something I said or anything. Because we've all, like, the things we have said to each other could not get out. Okay? That's how bad they are. Always have been.
Have you always had a good relationship with her?
Yeah, we're cool.
Okay.
Like, we've been out to eat, all three of us, like, a couple times. That's it.
Okay.
And she seems cool. I've never disrespected her or anything like that. And, yeah, it just doesn't answer my calls, my texts, Facebook.
Oh, you mean you've, like, directly asked him, like, hey, buddy, how's it going?
I've messaged them multiple times.
And he just never...
I've called him multiple times.
He's still around. Like, he's still
that's
walking on top of the
that's
earth.
crossed my mind, Brad.
Do you follow him on Facebook?
Yes, he seems to be online, but then my mind is crazy. I'm like, his killer could be on his Facebook so that people think he's still alive. Like, that's gone. I swear that's gone through my mind. I ran into his dad one time at a T-Mobile.
Okay.
This is a few months ago. And I was kind of asking him about it, and he was kind of being weird about it. He's like, you should go. Why don't you just pull up to the house and see what the fuck is going on? Then I'm like, I could.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really want to.
But now this much time has gone by.
Yeah.
It's not like a week has gone by or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like almost a year or more, right?
Almost a year at the end of summer, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I was like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, that'd be
He's
kinda...
like, I'll see what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think his dad has my number, but I've never heard anything. And then his brother, I messaged him too on Instagram because I've known him the same amount of time.
Right.
Not friends with him really, but like I've known him.
Hmm.
And same thing. He was like, I'm going to ask. And then a couple days go by, nothing. And I was like, anything? He's like, he said you guys were cool, so I don't know. I was like, what the fuck, man?
So did you, after that, like text your buddy again, say, hey?
I've texted him multiple times. I've called. I texted him on his birthday. I was like, hey, happy birthday, man. I miss you. And then nothing. Doesn't even open my messages, but it shows he's online. And it sucks because if you did that to me, Brad, I wouldn't think nothing of it because we haven't been friends for 20 fucking years. Right. This guy's like a brother to me. I've known him almost my whole life. We've been through some shit. We've done some shit. So it's like a breakup. I feel like terrible about it because I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like the last time I saw him, I went to go let him borrow an extension cord because he was doing some yard work. And then I think we kind of started talking about like how he wanted to make his yard the prettiest of his block. And
okay.
I was like, that's not going to happen, dude. This thing is ugly, right? His yard is hideous. I was like, that's not going to happen, you know? And there's no way that's what ended our friendship because that's nothing compared to the things we've talked to each other about. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
maybe he had a dream to become like a professional gardener and then
I crushed it,
smashed it. And he's just like, you know what? Ivan, we're done.
No, that ain't it. Nice try though. But yeah, I think he returned the extension cord.
Okay.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, he did return it. Just like put it in front of my house. I think so. I don't care about the extension cord. I'm just saying it. I think it did happen because I think I saw it. there, but I don't know if it was that one or not. Regardless, it's not about the extension cord. It's about that's the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I texted him one time. I was like, should I be worried about a homicide-suicide situation here? What's going on? Like, this was more towards the middle of this whole time.
Okay.
He didn't respond. I don't know. It sucks, man. He's really, like, the only actual friend I have.
Okay.
You know, because, like, I would consider you a friend now. You know, but like as far as somebody you talk to every day,
right,
you hang out with as much as you guys both can.
Yeah.
That's really the only friend I have.
Right.
When it comes to those terms. But yeah, man, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, that'd be rough. I've got a couple of friends in St. Louis, and we hardly ever text, we hardly ever call, but it's on both sides. And then I'll text one of them and say, "Hey, what's going on?" And then they instantly like text me or call me back if I call them or whatever. I've got one that I text a lot more with, and then another one that I call a lot more with. But yeah, I mean, we've gone almost a whole year, and it's just because we live completely different lives. I'm in the Seattle, Washington area. They're in the St. Louis, Missouri area, and
families.
Yeah, they're going their direction. I'm going mine, and by the time I think about like, calling them, at work or getting ready to fall asleep at night in bed, and I'm like, oh shoot, I need to call that guy, you know. So, but I can't really say, yeah, I've had a friendship like that. Like all of a sudden, it's like your bosom buddies, and all of a sudden, like bam, there's
your what?
Bosom buddies.
What is that?
It's like an old show with Tom Hanks and some other dude. There's bosom buddies. Like bosom buddies is
what
like,
does bosom mean? Butt?
No, bosom
like
just
butt buddies. Isn't that?
I think bosom buddies is like a slang for like your best friends, like your.
I'm pretty sure bosom
buddies.
is slang for butt.
It's an old show.
Pretty sure you're okay. Anyways,
so maybe you're not bosom buddies. Maybe you're best buddies.
I drove by his house. Yesterday because
stalking him. Are you stalking him?
I was right around the corner. I was working, and I drove by. If I would have seen him, because like from the road you can see right into his living room.
Right.
If I would have seen him, I probably would have stopped.
Okay.
And try to get his attention to come out or something. But I didn't see him, so I kept driving. I'm not gonna go knock on his door or nothing like that, you know.
He probably saw you. Like he was like by the window, but just off to the side, and he saw you go by, and he's like, "Why didn't he stop? What's his problem?" That's why I don't talk to that dude, because he doesn't stop when he drives by my house.
That wasn't that funny, Brad.
It was funny.
Yeah, man, it sucks.
Yeah. So, communication to you and trust. What do those mean to you then?
What do they mean to me?
Yeah, like which one's more important and
trust.
Trust.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you can know if you can trust somebody day one just by the way they act, the way the way they are around you. Trust is something you can feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I got trust issues, man. So that's something I look for.
I mean, let's be honest, Ivan. You've got a lot of issues.
I do have a lot of issues, man. But you know what?
What's that?
I'm working on them.
That's true.
I'm working on all of my issues.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just need somebody to help us through it too, though.
Right.
You know, so like, for example, me, somebody that has the trust issues, what I need in a partner is somebody that will ease my mind about those things, right?
Gotcha.
So just telling me certain things, doing certain things. And, you know, I was talking to somebody about that today. I was like, if you as my partner have trust issues, or if you just want to feel safe in the relationship, you want to feel safe in our partnership, and you tell me, hey, I need your location, I want to have access to your phone, this, that, and the other, I will do that for you because I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel safe. Because it's not, I won't feel that you're controlling me. I'll just feel that you want to have control over the relationship. That's what I told this person.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how I think. I don't think it's about control,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just like, when you're living with somebody, when you say, hey, I'm going out with the guys tonight, it's not because, she's your whatever owner, boss, or whatever, and you have to ask her for permission.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like, hey, I respect our relationship enough to either let you know I'm going out tonight, this is what time I'll be home, so you're not worried, don't wait up, whatever.
Right.
Or, hey, is it cool with you that I go out and do this?
Yeah.
I don't do this a lot. The guys have been just talking about doing this for a while.
Well, and it's to make sure she didn't have plans already.
Make sure she didn't
Like
have
all of a sudden
plans.
she might have like something in the oven, and you're like, "Hey, I'm going out," and she's like, well, "What do you mean you're going out?"
Yeah,
So yeah, no, it's good to clarify those.
exactly.
Kind of things.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's about respecting the relationship, respecting your partner.
Right.
So yeah, trust is more important because communication is hard. It's hard, especially communicating something negative, something bad.
Mm-hmm.
That is so hard for me. I suck at communicating sometimes, most of the time.
Like negative information to somebody.
Negative information, negative scenario situations. I'm terrible.
Yeah.
I stay quiet.
Mm-hmm. Like, what if your woman says, "Hey, Ivan"?
We need to talk.
No, she goes, "Hey, Ivan, do I look fat in this dress?"
Yeah, you stay quiet, or you say no. That's it.
Okay.
The relationship I was in for a year.
What if you just went quiet? She's like, "Do I look fat?" And you're just like, dead silence. Don't even say anything. And she's like, I asked you a question, and then you still don't say anything.
It's a trick question, man.
It is.
The relationship I was in
Mm-hmm.
for a year, it ended because, the way it ended is that she was at my house, and like we had gone into it or whatever, and then we were sitting at the edge of my bed, and when I say I hate confrontation, I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking for like 10 minutes straight.
Okay.
I didn't say a single word.
Okay.
Really, it's also because I was ready for it to end.
Oh, okay.
I think that's really what it was. I was ready for it to end. I just wanted her to stop talking and leave.
Yeah.
As shitty as that sounds, and I'm sorry, but that's just where I was at.
Was she prepared for it to end as well, or were you mentally prepared?
She was prepared for either scenario,
Okay.
whether it ended right then and there or not, because she was giving me the opportunity to stop her from leaving. So that 10 minutes was like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. And then like waiting for me to like say, no, but it's okay. Let's work, stay. But I never said anything. So she just stood up, grabbed a couple things she had and left.
And
But
you're like, bye.
if I would have stopped her, she would have stopped and stayed.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I didn't want to. Right.
Right.
I didn't say a word.
Yeah. Because you knew it wasn't a good relationship.
It wasn't.
So you're like, okay, if I keep dragging this on, this is going to be ridiculous.
I'm wasting her time.
Yeah.
She's like 3-4 years younger than me. She's young, go live your life. You don't need the 2 kids and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Go do you. You still need to live. You still have stuff that you want to do that I can clearly see, which is why I don't feel like this relationship is working.
Right.
So go do that. I don't want to hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to feel like I have to keep looking over my shoulder and shit.
Right.
By that I mean like just too many red flags and
Right.
too much on my mind about it. That's things that shouldn't be on my mind. Right. So I didn't stop her, man, and she left. And that's because I suck at communicating sometimes.
Yeah.
And I know that.
That's the first step, right?
Admitting you have a problem.
Right.
Yeah. That's also why the mother of my kids and I were together for so long, because I cannot have that conversation with somebody. The it's over conversation.
Oh, really? Okay.
I can't. I'm too nice. I don't like seeing people cry. I don't like bringing bad news. I just feel too shitty about it.
Mm-hmm.
So like the night we did break up, the mother of my kids and I, was because she was about to go into my work and cause a scene. We were talking outside, and then I was like, no, okay, we're done. That's the only time I've ever broken up with somebody.
Gotcha.
It's like, we're done. And, you know, it was time.
Mm-hmm.
It could have happened sooner, but it didn't.
Right. I would say I don't think anybody ever times it perfectly. Of like, hey, it's time to end this.
Some people do.
Oh, I'm sure there's
some people know exactly
small,
when to get out.
Yeah, and I think there's probably a small few, but I think the majority of people hang on. Either the woman hangs on or the man hangs on for just a little bit too long.
Yeah, no matter how damaging it is for themselves.
I was gonna say, even if the other one is kind of almost like mentally checked out already, maybe physically checked out. Like there's like, yeah, I'm not hanging out here anymore, and the other one's like, but we're still together, right? And and you're like, yeah, I'm done. But you don't really say it. You just kind of your actions and So, no, that's good, man. That's good. So let me ask you the question on success from a father's point of view. So, like, what does success mean to you as a father?
As long as my kids grow up to be successful, I've succeeded. Well,
what is successful?
There's a lot to it, actually.
What is successful for your kids? Like,
I want them to be professionals, whether it's athletic or business-wise, academic-wise, whatever you want to call it.
Like, what if they're a teacher?
Huh?
What if they become a teacher?
I will always push my kids in the other direction.
Okay.
No. Like, you ask my son what I want him to be already, he'll say lawyer. I want him to be a lawyer. I've already started talking to him about it, just to give him that idea of, this is where I want you to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to shoot to be a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So even if he doesn't become a lawyer, he knows that I expect something big of him.
Right.
So maybe it's something else just as good. Or maybe he does become a lawyer. Like, we've had conversations about what kind of lawyers there are. He's like, I want to defend the criminals. Because I told him that they get paid more.
Yeah.
He said, I want to keep people out of jail. I was like, okay, yeah, they get paid
the
more.
bad guys out of jail?
Yeah. Hey, they do get paid better, right? My daughter says she wants to be an artist.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's going to be an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
She is an athlete. I think my daughter, if she keeps everything going the way it's going now, she will become a professional athlete.
Okay.
Either soccer or something else, she will be. And you and anybody else can mark my words. It will happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I will make sure it does, right?
What if she breaks her leg, though? Like, she's just out. Like, I had
people break their legs and they're still, what are you talking about?
I'm saying like she gets permanently injured. Like, she
don't.
throws
Why
her
would
Achilles.
you better knock on some fucking wood right now?
There's no wood around me, dog. I'm sorry.
Coasters. Those are wood.
No, they're not. They're fake.
That's wood.
Dude.
Feel that. That's wood. There's wood on the bottom. What is that? Ceramic?
Yeah, it's probably ceramic.
Okay, whatever. I can't believe you just did that to us. But
no, I'm trying to be realistic. I never wish bad upon anybody.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, we had a friend of the family who wanted to be a professional baseball player. He might have had a chance of becoming a professional baseball player, and he injured his like Achilles or something, his knee, something. It took him out to where he never played sports ever again.
Achilles?
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
What position did he play?
I don't know what position he played.
Dude,
it was baseball.
Kevin Durant tore his Achilles and came back in a year, and he's still dropping 40 a game.
Okay. Well, I'm saying it permanently put him out. I'm just saying it permanently put him out. So whatever it is, I don't know if it was his little toe or what. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it was, but obviously it was something.
Maybe his elbow.
Permanently put him out. I mean, it was something on his leg.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, and then I know of a guy that I follow. His name's Ed Milet, and he also wanted to be a professional baseball player. He hurt himself. And all of a sudden, he was just out. And so, I just think that I think it's good to shoot. They always say shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you land them on the stars. And if I can even say that, land among the stars. But I think that for you to have I think it's good to push your kids. But I'm just saying, like, what if your son decides, hey, Dad, I want to play professional sports, but I'm going to become a coach instead. Or maybe your daughter says that, and your son says, Dad, I was going to become a lawyer, but I really like the criminal justice part of it, and I think I'm going to become a police officer.
See, obviously, I have nothing against police officers, right?
I don't know.
But
Do you?
no, I don't. But
Okay.
I don't want to. I'm not going to push my son towards that.
No, I'm just saying that if he changes directions, though, and he's like, Dad, I've been in law school for a year now. I don't like it. I don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, well, I mean, hey,
Yeah.
it is what it like. If he gets into law school, if he's in law school, he's going to finish law school.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is. And this is the different cultures right here happening. I already know, I already see it, right? In minority cultures,
Mm-hmm.
it is very common for parents to expect things of their children and for them to follow through with that. Like if you look at Indian families, you're going to be a doctor no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you're going to do. End of story. Or whatever else Indians are known for, IT, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Asian families, same thing. You're going to be a doctor. You're going to be this or that or that. This is what you're going to do. End of story. That's it.
Right.
Right. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If I want to push my son towards being a lawyer, then I'm going to push my son towards being a lawyer, and hopefully he's able to achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
If he becomes a lawyer and then he wants to go and do something else, that's totally up to him. But I've done my job of getting them to that situation where he's able to choose. Because now he has the opportunity to be either successful as a lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe he's really good at something else and he can go do that and make money. Hell, if my son is 17 years old and he's a huge YouTube star, obviously I'm going to be okay with that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because he's making money, he's going to be successful, and I'm going to make sure that he sets himself up for his future, right? I'm not saying he only has to be a lawyer and that's it. No. But, you know,
But it's money. Like you want them to make money.
I want them to make money because money is everything. Money is, I don't care what you say, my mom says, you guys
But I
say.
think you just said earlier that it's not everything.
For me,
But what if they think the same way you do? Because they came from you. They're half of you.
right. No,
So what if they think the same way you do? And you're like, all right, Dad, money's not everything. Like,
hold on. I never said money isn't everything. What I said was that I don't care if I don't have that $1 million as long as I'm able to take care of my mom,
Mm-hmm.
my kids, my brother if I need to, right?
Right.
So if they don't have $1 million, but they're able to take care of me when I'm older and their mom when she's older and themselves and their kids and blah, 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 that's fine.
Then they're successful.
Yes.
I gotcha.
But they're also not going to grow up the same way I did.
Mm-hmm.
They're also going to have different opportunities when they're older because I'm going to make sure they do as far as their education and their grades and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So our standards are going to be different, right? I'm going to set higher standards for them that I'm hoping that they will push to achieve, right? My daughter, she says she wants to be an artist. I'm saying she's going to be an athlete, but obviously I'm still going to push school.
They both start with an A. That's kind of cool.
Anyways, you always say the weirdest shit, but you know, I haven't had that conversation with my daughter yet as far as like what I would want her to be.
Right. Well, because she's 5. Right?
She's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although she's going to be an athlete.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, you have to have a backup plan. And hey, who knows? Maybe in 2 years, when you ask me the same thing, I'm going to say my son's going to be an athlete. You know, who knows? But, you know, if they're successful, they're respectful, they're not drug addicts or alcoholics or anything like that, that's success
They're
to
good
me.
members of society.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good for me. I've succeeded as long as they're okay in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
That's success for me. And if they still love me when they're older, if they still talk to me when they're older, if they still see me when they're older, that's success to me.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be 50 years old and them 20 years old and them living in New York and me living here in Seattle and we never see each other.
Right.
That is not success to me as a parent because why does I understand they're going to make their lives, sure, okay, but I never see my kids no more.
Right.
Something's wrong there.
I was gonna say they can live in New York.
Yeah,
But it's like if you're able to fly over to see them every once in a while, they can fly over to see you.
Yeah.
You guys do FaceTime.
we text every day,
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
If I'm not able to talk to my kids or see my kids ever,
Yeah.
I failed.
Yeah. Then you failed.
Because I want my kids to see me and think of me as like they're I don't know how to.
Number 1 fan, supporter.
Oh, I'll be their number 1 fan for sure. Yes, I am. But I'm gonna say this word, but I hope it doesn't come off wrong. I want them to idolize me.
Respect you.
Yes, that's before that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, I want them to idolize me. By that, I don't even know if that's the right word, but I think it is. But like you look at movies and TV shows,
Right.
the father's always so admired and idolized, and nobody ever wants to disappoint them. Like that's every single family movie or show you see. That's what it is, right?
Right.
The father, the father, the father. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that growing up. I never saw my dad like that. I still don't. But I want to be that for them.
Yeah. That's good.
What about you? Success as a parent.
Success as a parent is knowing that my boys feel loved. That I can say, hey guys, I love you, and they can say, I love you too, Dad. And, giving them a hug goodbye when they leave, or, anything that has to do with with more of the intimate side of the relationship. That's how I feel like I'm successful, if they feel well-rounded and loved. Because then I know that if they feel that their dad loves them and they have that confidence that they're loved, I know that they'll go and do whatever they want in life and be just fine with it. They'll be whole. Because I feel like if people grow up...
they can know that and be horrible humans to society or whatever you said. So
yeah, I think that, they possibly could be. Yeah.
But would you feel like a successful parent if that were the case?
I would say that if I did everything I thought I could, and then they went and just did their own thing, that was their choice. I mean, I cannot control what my son decides to do
when he's 22 years old.
Yeah, or even 18. I mean, you go out with your buddies, and your one buddy's like, dude, let's speed down the highway. You speed down the highway, and you hit a little girl and kill her. Now you're in jail. Yeah. Now you're a criminal. Are you really a criminal? Probably not. You just made a bad choice and killed somebody. Now you're in jail because you made a bad choice. Have I sped? Oh, yeah. Have I done silly, crazy things off of ramps and hills and stuff like that with my trucks and stuff? Oh, yeah. I've done crazy stuff and nothing bad ever happened. I was lucky. Yeah. Other people have done those exact same things and something bad happened.
And they haven't been lucky, yeah.
Right, I mean, yeah, if my kid turns into like a serial killer or something like that, then all of a sudden I start questioning like, why did he, like, where did I go wrong? As in, like, did I not coach him in a certain area properly? Did I not love him enough? But I feel like if you look at the track record of serial killers and people who are murderers, there's a lack of something in their home. Most of the time, like 99% of the time, if you give your kids lots of love and you support them and you show that you're there for them, but you're also, a parent who's going to discipline them if they do wrong, I think if you are like that, 99% of the time, your kids grow up as good contributing members of society. However, there is the 1%, but that's like what you call the straw man. You can build a straw man out of anything and destroy it by saying that, well, what if they do this or what if that happens? Yeah, there is the what if. But I think that me being a successful parent or a successful father is knowing that at the right times when my kids needed me, I was there for them. Whether it was helping them get through a relationship with a girl who broke up with them and they really liked her. Maybe it was they were wanting to get into a certain college and they didn't. Maybe they were wanting a certain job and they didn't get that job. It's being there for them, coaching them through it, helping them look for an alternative and a different way of seeing it and moving on from there. Because the most successful people in the world are the, by far, biggest failures in the world. They failed more times than the poorest people have. And there's a reason why the poor people are poor.
And they usually have the shittiest families, too.
A lot of times they can, yeah. Yeah. So it's just...
Gotta have control over your family, man.
Yep. So I think that a lot of times, when you look at super successful people, a lot of times they might have had a good family, and a lot of times they might not have had a good family. Like maybe the family was so bad, it drove them to do something completely different than their family was pushing them to, whatever it is. So I don't know. I'm just saying, I think being a successful dad is just being there from an intimate point of view. I'm not so much worried like you from the point of like making sure my kids are like professionals. I want my kids to, if they want to become salesmen, great. If you want to own your own business, great. I would much rather focus on teaching them how to communicate properly to people, whether they want to be a teacher or a professional athlete or whatever it might be, because I don't want to be responsible for pushing them to do something that they never wanted to do in the first place. Because it's kind of like saying, son, I want you to play hockey.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Dad, I can't even stand the ice. I don't care, son. You're getting on the ice and you're going to go skate and you're going to play hockey. That would just destroy me to know that I'm making my son do something he does not want to do at all. Now,
but if he's not good, you're not going to make him do it.
Right, exactly.
So if he's good at it, it's for his own good. It's okay for you to push him if he's good at it, because depends on what age you're talking about. But hey, that might get him a fucking D1 scholarship one day, or that might get him into the NHL. I bet he'll be loving it then, making millions of dollars.
Right.
Right now, he might not love it. That doesn't mean it's wrong for you to push him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He also doesn't love math, but you're going to push him to do his math homework, right?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing.
Yeah. I would say encourage would be more the word I would use instead of push. Like I would encourage.
Same.
I would encourage my oldest son to, like I've encouraged him to go take martial arts classes because he's really good at, he's super wiry, he's super tough. He'd be really good at jiu-jitsu.
He looks strong as fuck, your son, man.
Yeah, and so I think he'd be good at that, but he doesn't have any interest in doing it. He's like, I don't want to. So I go, okay.
But has he done it before?
He did it when he was a kid. He did Taekwondo when he was a kid. But I can't, to me, that's my personality. Is like, I'm encouraging him to go and do it and say, dude, you should try it. I think you would like it. I think you'd be good at it. And then he chooses not to. It's not because my background is in martial arts, and I'm thinking, I really want my kid to grow up to be a martial artist because I enjoy martial arts. I'm just saying because of my martial arts background, I can recognize someone who would be good at martial arts. Mm-hmm. And so I'm encouraging him, but he has no interest in doing it, so I cannot continue to keep pushing him to do it. I'm just like, hey, it is what it is, man. At that age,
you cannot.
Right.
But if your kids are younger like mine, that's when you still could, like, literally push them to do whatever the hell you think is best for them.
Yeah, like
at least just to try things.
Yeah, put them in a sport for at least 1 year, let them try it, and if they don't like it, move them on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like with my kids, I will let them try all the sports. Like, hey, we're going to be great at something. Okay.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. What if, like, would you still want your son? Is that something you're still thinking about? You still think about for your son to do martial arts?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
why don't you say, like, hey, just go to Big Five, buy a bunch of gear, say, hey, give me 2 hours today. Let's go in the garage, or let's go have some fun. I want to show you a couple things. Give me 2 hours of your time. If you don't have fun after today, that's it. We'll never try it again.
Right.
But if you have fun, let's do it in 2 days, another 2 hours. If then you don't have fun, it's over. We can stop. But if you do have fun, let's do it again in 2 days. Right. And then maybe eventually it'll become every day. And
I have done similar things like that. Because, I had the boxing bag, the punching bag for a long time, my Wing Chun dummy. And he just...
Brad, nobody wants to hit that thing. That thing hurts. Of course he doesn't like it.
But what I'm saying is that I have taken him out there. I'm like, hey, let's work on, doing some moves. Let's work on punching the bag. Doing things like that, and then he still, over all the years I did it, just never even got into it.
You want to bring my gear? Want me to bring my gear?
Yeah, you should bring your gear. So, but anyways, that's just me saying, like, from a successful point of view, as a dad, I just want to be someone who encourages them. I feel like I do have a lot of life experience based on my age, based on jobs I've had, based on my failures, that I can at least coach them to become better citizens and better contributors of the world, or members of the world, I should say. So,
have you spoken to your kids about what they're going to be when they're older?
Yeah.
What do they want to be?
Ethan, he wants to be a marketer or something in sales. And then Caleb wanted to be a construction worker, and then I was trying to say, hey, when you get good at construction, maybe one day you can own your own business and have people working for you in construction.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he still kind of moves towards that, but he doesn't talk about it as much as he used to. So I'm not for sure about him anymore.
Yeah, he's still young.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to get him into some fucking football pads. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, he is.
That's
he's a big
Brad,
boy.
That's the ones you got to push right there.
Yeah. Well,
he's
he said he wanted to play, and I said, if you want to play, you can. And then he decided he didn't want to play. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, man.
He'll be a freshman next year.
He's not even a... Brad, your son starts playing high school football freshman year. He will be at UW. I promise.
Yeah.
Starting. I promise. Because that's a big kid, man. And he's strong. He feels strong, and he's only going to get stronger.
Right.
I'm going to have a talk with him, man.
All right.
I'm going to have a talk with him.
All right.
I'm going to have a talk with him. And it's so helpful having somebody that can help you through that.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I wanted to play football growing up. My mom never let me. I finally convinced her to let me play junior year. That's the first time I played football.
Okay.
And I didn't know shit about the game.
Right.
Because I didn't have anybody at home to teach me.
You never played, yeah.
Right. At least if my son wants to play football, which he does, he wants to be a quarterback, he at least has me, somebody that at least knows a little bit about the game to show him a few things, teach him about a few things, at least teach him about the game, whatever,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
So it's so helpful. Like if your son says to you, hey, Dad, I'm playing football this year. If I were you, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's fucking do this, man. We're going to go buy some cones. We're going to do our own workouts here at home too. Mm-hmm. Man, that's so, man, get his ass in there, man. All right, you got any dad jokes for me, Brad?
Oh, man, let's see here. Throw me on the spot like that. I might have one, though.
What's it? Caleb, right? Caleb is the younger one?
Caleb is the younger one.
Go play some football, man.
Okay, here we go.
Go play some football.
You heard him, Caleb. You heard him. All right. A 3-legged dog walks into a bar and says to the bartender, I'm looking for the man who shot my paw.
Hold on. What? I'm looking for
a 3-legged dog.
Yeah.
So he's missing a leg.
Yes.
He walks into a bar and says to the bartender, I'm looking for the man who shot my paw.
Okay, you got one more? That one was...
What are you talking about? Do I have one more?
It was dude. It was weird. I laughed because it was weird, I think, not because it was funny.
Did you hear the news? FedEx and UPS are merging. They're going to go by the name Fed Up from now on. See, my best one was the first one.
All right, man, get us out of here.
Dang, man, you didn't like my joke. Hey, everyone. So you just watched episode 8 with, who are you again? You're Ivan?
Yeah.
I'm Brad.
I'm Ivan.
This is Dear Dad with Ivan and Brad. And this was episode 8 on what does success look like from a father's point of view as well as a male's point of view. If you have some additional comments that you want to throw in there, something that we might have missed or something you can add to the conversation, we would love to hear and see your comments. And also, like us, subscribe us, share us, and leave that comment. Thank you, everyone.